And just allow yourself to feel the gravity pulling you down from the inside. Take a few moments to do that, so really allowing yourself to let go of any unnecessary tension. And then as you press the tips of the fingers down and also begin to feel the upward force from the ground up. So the kind of sucking up action in the palms of the hands, in the armpits, in the ribs, allowing the downward and the upward forces balance each other. And then from the openness of the chest, place your hands in front of you, the roots of your thumbs against the chest, fingers slightly away from the chest wall. And then just feel the touch of the palms, the skin of the palms, allowing the touch to expand from the center of the palms out to the sides. And as you breathe out, close the eyes from top to bottom, looking away from the thinking brain down towards the heart center. And dropping the control center from the brain down towards the chest, towards the heart center. And just taking a few breaths through there. And just feel how that changes how you perceive yourself, your surroundings. Relax the face, all the facial muscles. Widening the space between the eyebrows. Soften the eyelids. Let the eyes move back away from the eyelids. Relax the jaws, the tongue, the throat. And then after your next breath in, we'll do the 3 Oms together in your own time. Om. And as you breathe out, again, bow the head down, surrender the brain to the heart. Release the hands to your thighs and listen to the resonance of the silence. And as you breathe in, lift the head up, open the eyes. Okay, and then stretch the legs forward. And we're going to cross the legs the other way. We'll just start with some stretches sitting cross-legged. So if you can, sitting down lower.
Yeah, sorry for my late.
It's okay, welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. And you're coming to us at the weekend, are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Could you mute yourself?
Sorry?
Could you, I'll mute, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, good.
I'll mute you.
The laptop is in a good place.
Just set your camera so that I can see the length of your mat, if possible. All right, so crossing the legs the other way. Place your hands on the tops of the thighs and head forwards and back first. Back to center, side to side. Back to center, pressing the hands down, roll the shoulders forwards, up, back and down. Focusing on the movement back and down as that's more difficult to do. And release, turn your palms to face up, pressing the backs of the hands down, roll the other way, back up, forwards and down. And releasing, as you breathe in, stretch the arms forward, interlocking the fingers, palms away, spreading the skin of the palms from the center out, and as you inhale, stretch the arms up. And lengthen the sides of the body as high as you can, extending especially through the inner hands onto the index fingers. And gripping the outer arms in towards one another and breathing. Soft, smooth breaths through the nose. And as you exhale, then you can release, just feeling the resonance of what you've done. And again, the other side. So as you inhale, stretch the arms forward and drop the other way. Arms away, spreading the skin of the palms from the center out to the side. As you inhale, stretch the arms up. Continue to extend up infinitely, squeezing the outer arms in towards one another, lengthening, breathing, soft breaths through the nose, trying to straighten the arms fully, Patricia. And also, yeah, so all of you, Michelle, straight arms, and breathe. And as you exhale, then you can release. And we're going to go to the side, so pressing your right hand down, left arm up and over, just stay on the side. And press your left buttock down, then lengthening from the outer left hip all the way through the tips of the fingers, bottom shoulder back and down, and then turning up from the bottom waist and breathing. And then inhaling, come up. And as you exhale, go to your left side, pressing your right buttock down, and extend from the outer right hip all the way through the tips of the fingers. Bottom shoulder back and down, bottom ribs are looking at the ceiling, and breathing. And then inhaling, coming back up. Press the fingers down, lift through the chest, and as you exhale, then turning to your right side. Left hand to the inside of the left knee first, right fingers behind, inhale, lifting, exhale, turn. Lift and turn, still feel the weight even on both buttocks. Once you reach your limit, take your hand to the outside of the other leg, breathing in, making more space in the chest, breathing out, turning more to the side. Lifting and turning. Inhale, come back to center. Lengthen through the chest as you exhale, then turn to your left side, lifting, turning. Right hand to the inside of the right knee first. And then once you reach your limit, take your hand to the outside of the other leg. Breathing in, lengthening. Breathing out, turning more. And then inhale, coming back to center. And so have whatever you may need for your head, coming forwards. You can press the fingers by the sides, lengthen through the front, and then reaching with the chest as you go. Take your fingers forward, and then pull back through the tips of the fingers to get the chest open first. So as the fingers pull back, you're opening the chest, and then from there, slide the hands forward and take your head down. And with the breath out, just softening around the hips, the buttocks. And with the breath in, still feel there's some length through the front body. And then as we inhale, coming back to center. And stretch the legs forward. And then cross the other way. And again, coming forward, so press the fingers by the sides first, lengthen through the front body, lead with the chest as you go forward, and then take your hands forward, pulling with the fingers towards you to feel that length through the chest, and then with that, slide the hands forward more, as much as you can, taking the head down. So you exhale, softening the buttocks, as you inhale, still creating space in the chest. And then as you breathe in, come back to center. And stretch the legs forward. And come into Adho Mukha Virasana. So all one break for your head. Or whatever blocks you have. So knees together, feet are by the sides of the hips, and then you're sitting down on your block or on your break. Have the other one for your head in front. And first, just see that you're even on your sitting bones. And then from there, so lifting the chest and then walking the fingers forward, but trying to keep the buttocks down. They want to lift, keep them down, take your head down, wherever you need to be. But keep the buttocks down. So they want to lift, keep them dropping down. And just stay and breathe. As you breathe in, see how the breath moves around to low back. As you breathe out, can you go a little deeper into it? Soft, smooth breaths through the nose. And then from there, you can come into Adho Mukha Svanasana. So this gets you hold at the sides of the mat, tucking the toes under, taking the buttocks back to your heels, pushing the sides of the mat to lengthen back, and from there, lifting the buttocks hard. As you push the mat, lengthening the sides of the body, lift the buttocks as hard as they go, up and back, breathe. And just feeling how you are to start with as the body is warming up slowly. And then as you exhale, you can come down. And I would like you to do some, so let me show you this first. So you're going to come back into dog pose, then bringing the feet together, lifting the right leg up, or your left leg first, let's say. And then you're going to take it forward, kind of in a pigeon. Yeah. And then from there, we are going to bring the back knee forward and then sitting in Gongkasana. Yeah, clear? So you're gonna have your left leg on top first. Okay. So you can still catch hold of the sides of the mat, toes under, buttocks back, lengthen back, and then lift the buttocks up high. So come into good Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then bring your feet together. And then you're going to lift your left leg up first. Bend your knee and take your foot between the hands. Walk it to the other side. And then bring your knee down. And just stay there for a moment. And then you're going to take your right knee forward and come then into what's called Gongkasana with the knees over each other. This is a struggle. One thing to make it easier is to sit on some height. Yeah. And then have something for the head. In a moment, we're going to be coming forward. Yeah. So try to get both feet this kind of in line as much as possible. And if you're much heavier on one hip, one buttock than the other, so you can press the fingers down, lift yourself up slightly, and then come down more on the lighter one. So in this case, it would be your left one, right? And then stretching the arms forward, interlock the fingers, palms away. As you inhale, stretch the arms up, lengthening. Again, the sides of the body, breathe in. And as you exhale, you can release and we come forward. So lengthen, so again lead with the chest as you go. Take your hands forward and then see, can you take your head down on some support? And if you have lifted your buttocks in the process, then see if you can drop them back down with your breath out. And just letting go of that tension in the outer hips now. You're feeling it in the outer hips. Try and stick with it. Let go. And then as you inhale, come back to center. Press the fingers by the sides, lift the front. And as you exhale, then turning to your right side, take your left hand to the outside of the top leg. Inhale, lift, exhale, turn, lifting and turning. And then come back to center, and then turning to your left side, lifting, turning. And then breathing in, come back to center. Now carefully, so you're going to bring your top foot, so it's your left on top of the right thigh. And if that is too much, you know that you can have something in front to bring your knee or bring your foot on maybe a block in front of you or a bolster. Yeah, so if this is too much. If the knee is very hard, then you can put some support underneath that lifted knee also. So there should not be any pain in the knee. Yeah. And then, so if you are good, then we come forward, so lengthen through the front, and then stretch the arms forward, taking the head down, then buttocks down, breathe in. And just letting go of the tension in the hips. And as you breathe in, come back to center. And so now you're going to take your left foot on top of the right foot. Remember that one? We haven't done those for a while. So feet are on top of one another. So you're crossing your feet, so it's kind of unusual, maybe. And then extending from the groins out towards the knees as much as you can. And be as upright as you can. So the tendency is to lean back if the hips are stiff. And then bit by bit, see if you can come upright. All right, and then one more time. Take hold of the outer left foot. Take it on top of the thigh if you can. If you cannot, then use that support in front, like before. And then again, so have something for the head, lengthen through the front, and then take your hands forward, and head down, buttocks down, breathe. And as you inhale, then come back to center. And one more time, bringing your feet on top of each other. And lengthening from the groins out towards the knee. Be as upright as you can be. So feel the stretch deep in the hip flexors. All right, and then you can bring your knees up. And we come back into dog pose. So maybe start on the other side of the mat. So you still sit facing me. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. See how your hips feel. From there, bringing the feet together. Lifting now your right leg up. Extend through the heel. And bend your knee. Take your foot forward to your left side. Let the shin go down. And just, yeah, so slowly let yourself go down. And then just stay there for a moment. And then you're going to bring your left knee forward, crossing the thighs as you come back into Gomukhas. Yeah, so knees again are on top of each other, and this time you've got your left knee on top. No, your right knee on top. Right knee on top. All right, so just see that the feet are in line as much as possible. Are you leveled on the buttocks? If not, you can lift yourself up. Taking the lighter buttock down first. As you inhale, stretch the arms forward, interlock the fingers the other way. Palms away, inhaling, stretch the arms up. Lengthen the sides of the body, extend up to the inner hands, mount to the index fingers, breathe in. Soft and breaths through the nose. As you exhale, then you can release the arms and we go forward. So press the fingers by the sides. Lengthen through the front and then lead with the chest as you walk your hands forward. And then see, can you bring your head down to something? And be still heavy in your buttocks. And as you inhale, then come back to center. Inhale, lift, exhaling, turning to your right side. Lifting, turning. As you inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, turn to your left side. Lift and turn. On your breath out. And then as you inhale, coming back to center. So now you're going to take hold of the outer right foot, bringing it on the top of your left thigh, taking your left foot forward, and then so lengthening through the front body. So again, using some support for the foot in front if this is too much. Yeah. And then leading with the chest as you take your hands forward and head down. And buttocks down. And just let yourself feel the stretch in your hips. And as you inhale, coming back to center. And from there, taking hold of your right foot, bringing it on top of the left. Let the knees go out from the center, out towards the sides. Navel, chest is lifting, shoulders back. Stay there for a few moments, breathe. So it's the feet that are crossing. And one more time, take hold of your top foot, so your right foot, bring it on top of your thigh, or in front of you. And one more time, take your hands forward and come forward. And as you inhale, then come back to the center. And this time, take your feet against each other. So feet not crossing, you can have the bricks by the sides for your hands to press on. So this is Baddha Konasana full. So pressing the heels towards each other, let the knees go to the side, navel, chest is lifting, so open the hips. Alright, and bring your knees up, and now take your feet apart into Baddha Konasana. Right, so you can sit on some blanket or something if you can't lift from the lower back. See that you're on the center of each heel with the toes pointing up, with the flesh of the buttocks back, so be on the sit bones. Yeah, lifting, navel, chest lifting, and then have a break in front of your left thigh, along the thigh, and think of lengthening from the groin towards the knee, along that break, yeah, that line of extension. Bring your left hand in front of the brick, inhaling, lifting, and as you exhale, then turning to the right side. So as you breathe in, lifting up, and as you breathe out, turning to the side, lifting and turning. And then inhale, come back to center, take your break to the other side. And so before you go lengthening from the groin towards the knee, along that brick, take your right hand in front of the brick, take your left hand behind you. As you inhale, make space. As you exhale, turn to the left side. Inhaling, lifting, exhaling, turning more, lifting and turning. And then as you breathe in, then come back to center. And you can bring your knees together. And do we have a bolster? Could you get your bolster ready if you do? And then a break in front of us. We're going to do Supta Virasana in this way. Yeah. So that the brick is slanting. You've done this before, but maybe not for a while. And you're sitting on your brick, kind of in the middle of it. So when you go back, it's not going to be digging into you. Now don't forget, you've got to move the flesh of the calves away from the knees before you sit. Yeah. And then you're going to go back, not splaying your knees up. If they do that, then you need a belt. Yeah, and the knees may lift slightly as you lie down on your bolster. And then bringing your arms up and over. So there is this deep action in the pelvis, yeah? Lifting, taking the tailbone deep in, and the work you feel in the thighs. Yeah, the lengthening, opening in the thighs. It's a good way to do it if you to understand how the tailbone has to move in. And so when you do it like this, there's no pain in your lower back. And if you don't have the bolster, you can just go back somewhat on your elbows, maybe, Laura, if you don't have the bolster. But knees are together, feet are apart. So you don't sit on your feet are by the sides of the hips, your knees are together, and feet are apart. So Mary, you need to be on, oh yeah, you're not doing it? Okay. All right, so feel that deep action in the pelvis. Just take a few breaths, take your arms up and over if you haven't done so yet. And if the knees lifted, then slowly think of lengthening from the groins towards the knees as you try to take them back down. All right, and then bring your arms back up, bring them back to your side. Come up carefully. And now, so if you can, do it on the floor, or just on the bolster, but without that break. And I want you to see if you can feel that same action. Yeah, so that deep lift, so that kind of movement around the pelvis. So the front is lifting, the tailbone is moving in as you go into the pose. Arms up and over. Yeah, so can you still get that same action? So there's no pain in your lower back, no strain on the lower back. And so just go, if you can't go all the way to the floor, just go as far as you can go. Breathing. All right, and then as you inhale, you can come back to center. And so just to stretch the legs, you can come to all fours, stretching one leg back and the other. And we are going to do the leg raises lying down, like this. Have a look. You're gonna have a break for your foot at the wall. Have a belt. And hopefully the belt will be long enough to do this. I think it should be, because you're just gonna have a small loop. So just a small loop around your foot. And we're going to do that kind of swinging action so that you get more movement, hopefully. So talking about splitting the legs, so this is kind of a good way to learn. Okay, so taking one foot, so your left foot will be on that break. And then bending your other leg, you're going to take your small loop around your foot, stretching the leg up. And then so give yourself good leeway, and then as you breathe out, we're going to take your arms over with the leg. Yes, the foot is coming with you. All right? But as you do this, you need to keep pressing the opposite heel down. Yeah? And just a few times like that. And then stay for a moment in your limit. And then you take your belt around the back of the neck, so first from right to left, pulling at the belt with your left hand. So you're kind of like a puppeteer as you bring your right leg to the side, but keeping the hips leveled. Supta Paramukshasana 2. Okay, so we are working in both of those planes. Okay, let's try. So break at the wall for your left foot. then a belt, just this. Right. So if you can, if you can't, just do what you can with the props that you have, but otherwise small loop around your foot. And then, so you hold the belt kind of with the thumbs pointing up the other way than you would normally, and then take the leg up. But be aware that as you pull at the belt, as you take your arms over, that the left heel is not lifting up, that the left leg is not lifting with you. It has to stay down. So that's the stabilizing leg. Yeah, your left leg is the stabilizing leg. And then with the breath out, taking the leg over, few kind of quick movements, get into the rhythm of it. So both legs are straight. But so Mary, you need to hold the belt up over your head with your hands. Yes, yeah, it's a bit different. Yeah, like that. And maybe a little bit less slack on the belt. But yeah. And swinging. So these kinds of fast movements sometimes are good to do to give us a bit more motion. And then, so if you just take your arms all the way over, nearly, all the way over, and take your leg into your limit. Yeah, so the thighs move away, extend through your heel, and make sure the other leg is down, that the heel is pressing down on that brick. So you're not taking the leg to the side yet, Trish. You're staying up with the foot and just staying there for a bit, breathing, lengthening the back of the leg. And then, so then you can take your belt from around the back of the head, from right to left, and stretch your left arm out, pulling at the belt, and hold the belt up high towards the foot with your right hand. And as you exhale, take your right leg to the side as you pull the belt with your left hand at the same time. So you're shortening the distance, and that way the heel will come up higher. And at the same time, push your left heel down. And go as far as you can with both sides of the pelvis leveled. So you're not lifting the left hip on the floor as you go. And breathing. All right, then as you inhale, come back to center. And then you can change sides, so bend your knee, take your belt off. Have the brick ready for your right heel. And so bend your left knee, put your belt around your left foot. Stretch your left leg up to 90 degrees first. Take your arms over. And then, so just establish first that your leg is straight. So when you start pulling at the belt, so you're like a puppeteer pulling at the string, moving your leg. And as you breathe out, take your arms over. Let the leg go with you, but make sure it's straight. The leg is straight. And then a few times. See, each time can you go a little bit deeper into it and make sure that your right heel is down on that brick. Right heel down, straight leg. And then you can stay for a bit without moving in your best position. Yeah, pulling up the knee, recharge both legs with energy, press your right heel down, push both thighs away from you, and extend through your left heel. And breathe. All right, from there you can take your left foot back a little bit. Take your belt from your left side towards the right side of the neck. Yeah, left side to right side. And then pulling at the belt with your left hand, And as you do, then let the leg go to the side, but see that the hips stay leveled. So go so far as to lift your right hip up, keeping the right sacrum down as you go. Broadening the belly from left to right, breathing. All right, good. And then as you inhale, you can come back up. Bend your knee, take your belt off. Roll to your side. Have a look. Okay, so now you're going to have a break. So lying down, lifting the pelvis, and then taking the break in this shape, yeah, like this, underneath the sacrum, low down, so not in your low back, but underneath the sacrum area, and then straightening the legs. So you've got opening in the groins. And then bending your right leg up first. You can help yourself with your hands to lift it up even higher. So it's important that the knee goes up high. And then you're going to not use your hand, but just straighten the leg up towards the ceiling. So it goes up to 90 degrees. So if you were to not take the knee up so high, kind of started there, then you end up going that way. So that's why first it's important that the knee goes up towards the chest as much as possible before you take the leg up. Keep the other leg sharp, extending through the heel. Yeah, and then the same on the other side. Okay, try. So first having the brick ready beside you, lie down. And then lifting up, take the brick underneath. So it's widthwise, but on the narrow edge. And so be sharply extend through your left heel. Lift your right knee up. Let me wait for everybody. So the knee goes up towards the chest. Extend through your left heel. And then take your arms to your sides of the body. And as you breathe out, you're going to lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Extend through the heel, keep the other leg sharp as well. And let me see you. Yeah, good, Mary. Extend through the heel, so try not to let the foot go down, so it stays up in 90 degrees. Might be a little bit shaky if you're not used to this. Breathing, soft, smooth breaths through the nose. So try to lift the leg up a little higher. Michelle, straighten that leg. The other leg is down. All right, then bend your knee, come down and change sides. All right, so now you're going to bend your other leg. And so really, so intro the fingers around your knee to bring your knee up high towards the chest. So this will help you because that as the thigh bone goes towards you, that will give you more space than when you lift the leg up. Yeah. Be sharp, so sharply extend through the right heel. And then from there, so bring your arms to your sides. Lift it, yeah, keep your knee high. And as you exhale, then stretch the leg up towards the ceiling. Extend through the heel. Breathe. Stay. Grip the hips towards one another. Extend through the heel. Both thighs move away. Try to straighten both knees now. What's up, Michelle? Yeah. Extend through the heel, so stay there for a bit. It's a good strengthening exercise for your hips. And then as you exhale, you can bend the knee and come down. Okay, and then lift the buttocks, take your brick away. Take your sacrum down slowly, then rolling to the right side to come up. And do you have a chair? Okay. You will need the length of your mat behind you, so I would take the mat away from the wall somewhat, about this much. And we are going to use the upside down chair. Yeah. And then have the chair against the wall. It will mean that you won't have that much space for your upper body, but mostly we can manage. So stepping the feet up on the upside down chair, trying to bring the hips forward. See, I've got my head against the wall, but that's okay. And I'm trying to bring the hands down lower. So yeah, one bit at a time. Then after this, take them forward as you take your feet back. Because then when you come into the forward bend, bit by bit, lengthening through the front, it will feel easier. Yeah, just going as far as you can from the hips. Then from here, you're going to bring your hands on the front of the chair. As you step back into dog pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And so this is a good way to bring your shoulders in, shoulder blades into the body. And then from there, walking the hands back to your feet. If you need breaks here, you could have breaks for your hands. And otherwise, just hanging down, folding the arms. And then coming all the way up, stretching the arms up. And arms to your sides. Okay? Do that. So it's to open the backs of the legs for what is coming next. All right, if you don't, I don't know, Laura, but if you have any chair, if you don't have a chair, then you could just use the wall and you could have your feet on some, if you have some blocks or just so that you have your feet up hard, so it's not too high, but some blocks like so. And if you have something to take your hands forward, so you get that same action. Yeah, and then going down lower. You are trying to open the whole of the backs of the legs. So just give yourself a moment there to allow. So when you're standing on the kind of bucket of the chair, don't stand too low. So you want the heels to be up, away from the bottom edge. And hopefully you won't slide. I don't slide. Hopefully you don't slide either. If you do, then you might need a blanket underneath so that you don't go to the lower edge, because that's not very pleasant. And so straighten the legs, lift the buttocks high, Michelle, lift the buttocks, straight legs. And just give yourself a moment to really open, to lengthen the backs of the legs. And then from there, see if you can bring your hands down a bit lower. I know that the wall is kind of in a way, but it's kind of tricky because, because I want the chair against the wall also. Is the chair the right way? That's not. Maybe the chair, Mary, is. I can't see properly, but. Yeah, it is. It's good. Yeah. Yeah, and then as the buttocks want to kind of hang out behind the feet, because that's a way of the body to avoid the stretch in the hamstrings. Yeah, so then slowly see if you can bring your buttocks forward. So bit by bit, opening the backs of the legs a bit more. But the knees have to be straight. If they are bent, then nothing is opening. Yeah. And then from there, so staying forward as you take your feet to the floor. And now, so this, to see how it feels, it will feel easier after what you've done. Yeah, so step your feet back, keep your feet hip width apart. And then bit by bit, as you press your hands down, wherever you need them, shoulders back, lift the chest. And then bit by bit, see if you can take your hands down lower, but try not to overarch the back. So yeah, not flexing the back, but trying to lift the chest as you go. And just stay and breathe. Buttocks high, Mary, buttocks high. So you don't arch the back. All right, and from there, you can take your hands down on the seat of the chair so that you've got slanted hands for dog pose. And that's to bring your shoulder blades in. And then step your feet back into dog. Pull up the knees, lift the buttocks high. Shoulder blades go deep in against the back ribs. Breathe. From there, then walk your hands back towards the feet. Back to your feet, back into Uttanasana, but now you're back. And see if it has become a little easier than normal, hopefully. And as you inhale, come all the way up to standing, stretch the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Stretch up, lengthen, be firm in your heels now, so you might feel more in your heels. And then bring your arms back down. Okay. Now with the chair, so I'm just aware of the time. So on my side is always. And what I would like to do is this one. So you put the back of the chair towards you, and you're gonna have the right foot near the chair, and then taking your left foot down, left knee down, and then you move. Yeah, so then as you kind of sit down into the hips, you're trying to bring your left knee back more and more as you press the hands down on the top of the chair, lifting through the chest, and sinking down into the hips. Yeah, so you're really feeling it in the hip flexors of the back leg. I don't know, Laura, so I can't see what you are doing. If you don't have, hopefully you have some kind of chair, it doesn't have to be a yoga chair for this. Or something to press your hands against. All right. So right foot forward first, left foot back. Bend the front knee, bend the back knee, come down. And then you're going to try and sink the hips down. As you press the hands on the top of the chair, it helps you to lift the chest up. And then as you stay for a while, then it will be easier, hopefully, to slide the knee back a little bit. And if you need some more, of course, support for the knee, some more softness, you can use a blanket for the back knee. Relax the shoulders, Michelle. And so use the breath out to sink more deeply down into your hips. And with the breath in, lengthen through the front as you breathe out. Yeah, so sinking down as you breathe in, press the hands down on the chair to lengthen through the front. All right, and then come up, change sides. Okay, so now bring your left foot forward on the chair, and then right knee back. Then slowly sliding back the back knee as you sink down in your hips, pressing the hands, the outer hands against the chair to give you that lift in the chest, in the abdomen. And hold the shoulders back with the chest. So feeling the stretch in the hip flexors of the back leg and breathing through it. Well done. And then you can come back up. Okay, so one more with the chair. So this time, turn the chair down. And you're going to have the right foot first on the chair, on the edge, taking hold of the back of the chair, and then taking your left knee down and stay close to the chair with your left knee. And this is not very difficult, but it's a different kind of movement in the hip. It's kind of creating more compactness. Pulling at the side of the chair to let the chest up. Yeah. Making sure that you're holding the chair from the outside of the right knee, not the inside but the outside. How are you there, Ghost Michelle? All right, and as you inhale, come back up. Change sides. So now taking your left foot on top of the chair. Hold the side of the chair as you exhale. Take your right knee down. So using something for the knee. If you need to, more padding. Then pulling at the side of the chair to lift the chest. Breathing. Make sure that you're holding the chair from the outside of the knee. Yeah. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, and breathe. All right, well done. And then as you inhale, you can come back up. Okay, so now I would like you to have your belt. We are going to do the warrior number 1. And it's the important part of my cunning plan today. You're gonna have the belt on your left leg first. Have a look. So if you can have the loop around your left leg in such a way that the buckle is facing in, so you're pulling at it, and that's important. So yeah, from outside in the front. So that the leg, and then you bring it back. So it's kind of, so it's that movement. Yeah, you want to pull at it like so. And then so when we do the pose, so you're gonna take your left leg back. The one with the belt is the back leg. Turning the hips to one side. And then holding the belt with both hands. I'm gonna move back so you can see me. Yeah, so pulling at the belt, and that helps you to lift the thigh and roll it in better. And then from there, bend in the front knee. As you pull the belt up, bend in the front knee to the right leg. Yeah, so it's a nice, hopefully that will make sense. It's a nice way to do the pose. But remember that the buckle, like this, is in, yeah, you want to pull it inside. And then around the thigh from inside out. That's how you have it. Yeah, Laura, good. Have to improvise with what we have. And then just take the it from the inside of the leg, and then it comes from the back, from the inside. And then so hold it with both hands and just see what this is gives. So as you pull with your hands, see what that does to the back leg. Yeah, so it's rolling, so the back of the leg rolls from side to the other, and it's lifting. And with that, as you exhale, bend the front knee, keep pulling at the belt with both hands. Yeah, up high with your arms, breathing. But it's can't see you properly. It's the back leg that has the belt, not the front leg, yeah? The back leg has the belt. Yeah, and then bend the knees, stretch up through the arms, breathe. Back leg is straight, front leg makes a right angle, sorry. It's the back leg, Trish, that has the belt, not the front leg. Oh, maybe I can't see you properly. Maybe you have it right here. Yeah, I see you from the back. Okay, yeah, fair enough. All right, and then come back. Yeah, that's better. Bring your feet back together. Change sides, take your belt off, and then put it on your right leg. And remember, so the buckle is facing in, and then it goes from the inner thigh around the back, from the inner thigh. So that's the direction. Yeah, that's the way you want to pull the leg, and it makes all the difference to do it if you do it the right way or the wrong way. All right, and then step your right leg back, left leg forward. So this is also a good way to avoid any back pain when you do the pose, because the thigh is now lifting and it's rolling the right way. Now, yeah, so holding the belt, stretch the arms up, pulling at the belt. And as you exhale, then bend the front knee, make a right angle, keep pulling at the belt to see what that's giving you, what's that teaching you, how the thigh is lifting, and breathe. Back leg straight, keep the heel down, Michelle. The thigh is lifting. The belt is helping you with that. Well done. Then as you inhale, come back up. And release, take your belt off. Good, good stuff. So now, we're going to do this. It's gonna be a bit of fun. Hopefully not just for me. As Bernie thinks, when I say fun, it's just fun for me. So we're going to do Virabhadrasana 3. So talking of splitting legs, you're going to take your right leg up. Yeah, and then you're going to do it so you can have bricks for your hands, and then taking the arms along the side of the body, keeping the hips level. From there, the left hand goes down to your brick, then you turn your hips over each other, turning the foot and taking the arm up. So you're coming into Adha Chandrasana. Yeah, and then you can turn your foot back down, coming back to where you started, and then down. Okay, this is very good for the hips, strengthening and also mobility. Okay, so feet are together now. You've got the wall behind you. You've got the hands on your bricks. Roll the shoulders back. Make sure that your standing leg is not slanted back. So if anything, if it's further forward, then 90 degrees, then perpendicular, then it's a bit better. It will be easier. All right, then keep both legs straight. Now, Michelle, you need to bring your feet forward. Yeah. Lift your right leg up the wall first. Right leg up. The foot is facing down, heel up. And thigh, so back leg, so it's like when you had the belt around it, it's got to lift, it's got to roll, so the back of the leg rolls from inside out, and it's got to lift. Imagine the belt still around the thigh, And then if you can, take your arms like an airplane alongside of your trunk. Can you? Both arms. Yeah. Tori. Feet together. All right, and then you're going to, we're struggling a bit, are we? Yeah, so taking your right hand down, left arm up, and you're going to come into Adra Chandrasana, into the half moon pose. Yeah, so turn the foot halfway up, turn the foot halfway up. Yeah, and then lift your left leg up, take your shoulder back. The bottom buttock has to squeeze in, that's where the stability is, that's where the stability has to be. And as you exhale, so you can turn your toes back down to the floor, take your hand down, and come back again to Virabhadrasana 3, arms alongside of the body. I'm kind of losing most of you. Yeah, Tori, good. And then take your hands down, take your foot down, stay there for a bit, take a little rest, and we'll try the other side. So feet are together for this. Hands to your bricks, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, and then take your left leg back. Toes are pointing down first, so it's warrior number 3. Now you want to lift your left thigh up, that's why we did the thing with the belt. Yeah, so thigh has to lift, thigh, toes down, Michelle, heel is at the wall, and the thigh is lifting. And now how stable are you? How is your core? Can you lift the arms along the side of the body? Can you lift the arms? If not, then maybe taking the foot slightly forward. It's a bit cheaty, but you could try that. And now from there, can you begin to take your hands down and then begin to take your, which one is it? Your right arm up, turn your right hip up, coming into half moon pose, Adra Chandrasana. All right, and then as you exhale, you can come back down. Back into Virabhadrasana 3, so toes are pointing down, stay there for a bit longer. We are trying to strengthen those hips. And arms alongside of the body if you can. Your leg is too slanty, Bernie, so it makes it very difficult. So if you take your foot forward of the standing leg, that would make it easier. Yeah. All right, and then bring your leg back down. This is a continuation which I don't think we are quite ready for. So it just... Bernie says, I am ready. Is that what you're saying? No, not ready. Just for fun, I'm going to show it to you. Where we were going. Yeah. I have to go back a little bit because this gives you a bit of a rest before you do the last bit. From here to there, and then from here coming up. And here we go. And then turning to the roll and arms up. So this is where I was going with that, yeah? Next time. I don't know what you're thinking. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's a bit of fun, finding different ways of doing things. Okay, so talking about now it's late, so just one more thing before you wind down. So going to come into dog pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana, with the heels against the wall. Then bringing the feet together. Then you're going to lift your right leg up high. Now you can't see my foot, but it's at the wall with the toes. The heel is not, but the toes are against the wall. What I don't want is that. So you want the hips to be level. And then from there, try to walk your hands back ever so slightly, so the leg goes up higher and higher and higher as you go closer and closer to the wall, but all the time trying to keep the hips level, and then coming down, dog pose, and then the other side. Okay, we'll try. So it's kind of working towards splits. All right, so start with your feet hip width apart at the wall. So heels are at the wall. Adho Mukha Svanasana, keeping the shoulder blades in. And then from there, you're going to bend your right knee. First, take your feet together, sorry. Then bend your right knee and lift your leg up high, keeping the hips leveled. Lift your leg up high and be not on the front of the foot. Be on the toes down. Toes are pointing down, and you extend through your heel. And the back leg is the one that had the belt. So which way, how did that feel? Yeah, so the back of the leg rolls from inside out. The thigh is lifting. Yeah, hips are leveled. And then can you ever so slightly take your foot up even higher and take your hands closer to the wall. So it's kind of like standing splits you're trying to do. Toes are pointing down, don't do funny things with your knees, twist there. And if, yeah, okay. And then as you exhale, take your foot back down. Take your feet hip width apart. Come back into dog pose, take a little rest there. And then bringing the feet together. And now bending your left knee, take your left leg up the wall, toes are pointing down to the floor, trying to reach up through the heel, reach up through the left heel. And go up higher and higher through that leg, while you take your hands, if you can take your hands a bit closer to the wall, thighs lifting and breathing. Hips are leveled though. So that now again, so as the belt was directing you, so the back of the thigh, left thigh, rolls from inside out. All right, then as you exhale, you can bend the knee, come back down with the foot, take your feet hip width apart. All right, and then you can just bend your knees and just come rest in child's pose. So I don't know what I was thinking with my plan. It was a bit too long, so it's to be continued. Yeah, we were gonna do upside down L shape with one leg, things like that, but next time, it's too late. All right, so now it is time for relaxation. You could do it, but you could do Viparita Karani with legs up the wall, if that's resonating with you, or you can just lie down flat. So I'll leave that up to you. So just to have a bit of upside down. Yes, you've got your bolster. Break your hand. If you have a blanket on top of the bolster. Yes, so Viparita Karani, or just lie down flat. So whichever. When you lie down flat, it'd be good to have some weight on the top of the thighs. That'd be nice. If you are doing Viparita Karani, then I'll just quickly show you, remind you. So your hip is at the wall. Start trying to stay as near the wall as you can as you come down. Wriggling so that your buttocks stay at the wall. As you lie down, moving it so that the buttocks are touching the wall, feet are hip width apart, arms to the sides, palms facing up, chin down. Viparita Karani. And if you start here and then you feel like you want to lie down flat, then you can just push yourself away in your own time. So I'm just gonna leave that up to you. whatever you want to do. Okay, so get yourself ready to relax after all your hard work. So wherever you are, relax the face, all the facial muscles. Widen the space between the eyebrows. Soften the eyelids. Let the eyes drop down away from the eyelids, as if you had eyes at the back of the head, looking out through the darkness of the skull. Relax the jaws, relax the tongue, soften the throat. Feeling the contact between the back body and the floor and the legs at the wall, if that's where you are. From head to feet and feet to head, feeling all the touch points between the back body and the floor or the wall, the whole plane of the body on the floor all at once. As you exhale, softening the abdomen, let it fall down towards the back. As you exhale, softening the whole front body, let it fall down towards the back body. As you surrender yourself more and more to the gravity with each next breath out. Surrendering, letting go, discovering new depths of letting go with each next breath out. There's never a limit to that. Yeah, the more you can let go, the better. Looking through. So whatever arises as a so-called distraction, whether thoughts, feeling, or pain, instead of fending it off, you could, centered in your breath, simply look through it, right into the silence. Whatever arises as a so-called distraction, whether thoughts, feeling, or pain, instead of fending it off, you could, centered in your breath, simply look through it, right into the silence. Okay, dear ones, so with that I'm going to leave you. I hope you have a good night's sleep. Well done on your hard work. And so next week we won't have a class because it's Easter. I'll be just after the Easter retreat. So I shall see you all in a couple of weeks. Good night.